Hello, Gabi. Now, this is finally the birthday edition of the How Does It Look Like in Italy video, and it's actually an extended version. Well, not only the birthday edition, happy birthday, Gabi, yeah, to your, I don't say it, birthday, but this is the extended version featuring the dogs. Actually, dog 1 and dog 2. One of them is Ron, one of them is Carlo, and you'll see them later while we are walking around here. At the moment I'm on a place some 600 meters from home, and this is a place where I usually let Ron loose. And well, as you see, there's not much behind me. These buildings, they are, well, it's a kind of an open-air restaurant where we are relatively regularly, but at the moment it's not open. It opens in May. So, well, the only thing that disturbs here, or disturbs the dogs, are little animals. And if you hear a squeak, then it's probably Ron who has spotted a rabbit or something like that. Yeah, while on this walk, I usually wear this beanie cap. Damn hot under that, but nobody said it was easy to be the coolest guy around. So this is what I just said. Ron obviously has spotted something, while Carlo just stands there and doesn't know what to do with himself. Aha, obviously there's another dog somewhere in the bush. So we're entering Villas officially at this moment. Please register all the signs. Oh my god, a car and another one. Well, that's enough for today, I guess. This is all relatively new. You see, from here, I see at least 4 signs indicating that there's a pedestrian crossing. Well, as you see, there's not many pedestrians, just 1 and 2 dogs. But you always might see that they put these beautiful banks here. First, I guess nobody ever sit there, and second, no graffiti. Well, we're in a village, so just a little bit further, and then we have this yellow house on the right. This is actually the house of Moreno, we thought. Nice one, big one. This is their dog, Lily. Lily! So, now, just around the corner, just follow the dogs who are pulling heavily because they attend something to eat. And no, it's not the beautiful grey one. This is Moreno's parents. This is actually empty. The owner died. And then this rotten house with a beautiful car, actually mine, in front of it. This is it. Yeah, it looks like this. Well, doesn't look very attractive at the first sight, but let's go inside. And because the front is probably the last thing that I will do. So entering the house leads you into a large, well, relatively long corridor with the living room on the right, which is almost done, and the, well, mix of kitchen and eating room on the left, with the ceiling bearing some work. I have to work on it again and then paint it. And I have to sand the wood again and a bit finer, and then put another two layers of clear varnish onto it. But the equipment is already quite nice. If you look at this wonderful espresso machine, that was a gift. And yeah, well, this, you see this wall, this half wall here, this, once there was a door, and I demolished everything except for this half wall, so all is a bit more open. It was actually the first thing that I've done here in the house, to hammer away this wall. Well, yeah, some nice things, like important people on the wall. Alcohol, music. Well, I didn't clean up for this video, as you see. Outside, there's again this wonderful color. Well, you see that also here the ceiling is not yet painted, and on this rough part there I want to construct a long lamp with LED lights, but at the moment this is not my priority. This is, I don't know, also part of the kitchen, but I don't know how to translate it. But it's kind of a chaos room. And there you see another corridor leading to the bathroom. All this has to be isolated because there's, well, it was like this all over the living room and the kitchen, and these panels are there to suck the humidity from the wall and give it to the air in good portions. Well, this is, here you see, it's quite heavy, but all will be hidden under these panels. So this is the bathroom in the basement. Just put this new thing to the wall, which was quite some work, because the original was from the 60s or so, maybe 50s, I don't know, but everything was different. The diameter of tubes and the distance of the mountings, everything. Well, this is one of the biggest works I've done here, because here was I built all this wall alongside the stairway. Yeah. It's not completely done, as you see, but we go up to the first floor anyway. So here you see why this is a lot of work. Maybe best room so far here on the first floor is the future guest room. At the moment it's a mix of warehouse, office, and I also put the first showcases on the wall, although I don't know if they will stay here. Also here, chaos. Also here, important people at the wall, and of course all that Pironi stuff and other, yeah. Here Bolt also built the wall, put some little showcases into it, and yeah, there's another little room of about 12 square meters, and this is the bedroom, also not done a lot. This is one of the biggest problems we have, because this part of the house has been added probably in the 50s, and it has a flat roof covered with this, I don't know what it's called in English, with this tar carton, and it's not okay anymore. So you see there is significant signs of humidity. In Italian it's called muffa, and it gets worse and worse. So during this week I'll have to renew the roof in that part, and well, Ian will help me. So, and then there's, at the end of this roundabout 11-meter long corridor, there is this mysterious door. This is actually and well, we open one door, we open another door, and then we're on some mini balcony that you can even open. And then this is high-end lock that has to be opened, and we get into another room which is dark and dusty. Open these perfectly shaped windows, and ta-da! There is the future office and exhibition room with even more showcases. Altogether I have 11 of this type, and the most interesting thing of this room is there is no ceiling. This open up to the roof, and well, it's in the middle, it's 4 meters high, and I sanded all these mega pieces of wood. I also wanted to sand the other smaller ones going up to the highest point, but I think I just get the dust and the sand off it, and then paint it over with some wood protection, and then put some isolation stuff between them. So where you see the red stones at the moment, there will be isolation, and then I have to put some putty and paint onto it. Even the floor has to be isolated with the stuff in these yellow packages. It has to be isolated from the inside, because from the outside it's not possible, as under this there is the tunnel. There's the big hole where you drive through from the street into the court, into the garden, and as the the doors there are as high as the hole in the wall. You cannot put anything under it. So I have to put this stuff from the inside, which is not so bad because you see here there's a big step, and putting this stuff on the floor will reduce the step a bit. Well, so let's have a look outside. This is, you see this gray-white wall at the back with the windows inside. This is the end of this piece of land, but these little buildings on the left, including the one with the gray door in the wall leading into the abyss, belong to this. Also, there's this water tank and the little stable here on the right. The only tree here, this is a prune, no, a plum, and there's also wine and fig.